Warning: the following content contains coarse language. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello! Aaron Perla here, aka The Film Freak, and I'm coming at you with another new movie review. So the other day I checked out Beverly Hills Cop Axel F, and pardon my language, but oh my fucking god! I'm so talking about this one. I'm a big fan of the Beverly Hills Cop movies. They are some of my favorite Eddie Murphy movies, and I had no idea that we were getting a fourth one. Yes, the fourth movie had been in the works, but it just seemed like I was talking to my mom about Eddie Murphy one day. I brought up the fact that he should do another Beverly Hills Cop, and no sooner did I say that, the teaser drops on YouTube, and I just about shit when I saw it. Now, because the movie just came out, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, so I'm not discussing too much about the story and plot. As usual, I'm just going to express my overall thoughts. Well, speaking of Eddie Murphy, he's the first thing I'd like to talk about. The Beverly Hills Cop movies, again, are among to be some of my favorites from him, and Axel Foley is one of his best characters. He's hip, he's clever, he's got a great sense of humor, and is a total badass. Eddie plays him so well. Although he was criticized for making Axel more mature in the third movie, he's still coming off as a mature character, but it works out better now. Not just because Axel's older, but because he's changed a bit since we last saw him. We learn that he's now a man with regrets. He was married, he has a daughter he's estranged from. He's still very funny and has all the quirks that make him who he is, but I figured Eddie had gone in and ditched the maturity because of all the wisecracking remarks he makes in the trailers. But no, he gave a great performance, and I really liked how Axel was portrayed in this one. Another thing that impressed me is that Eddie Murphy still has what it takes to be in an action movie. He may not be as agile as he once was, mind you, but you know what? I said it once before. Age is just a number. If Harrison Ford can still play Indiana Jones at 80, Michael Keaton as Batman at 72, or Dan Aykroyd and them can also come back in their 70s busting ghosts, then at 63, Eddie Murphy can still put on that Detroit Lions jacket and deliver. Now let's talk about the cast. Eddie is once again backed up by a great supporting cast. Not only are Judge Reinhold, John Ashton, Bronson Pinchot, and Paul Reiser back in the lineup, but joining them are Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Taylor Page, and my man Kevin Bacon. I friggin' love Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character Bobby. Being a new member of the Beverly Hills Police Department, the ex-boyfriend of Axel's daughter Jane, and another straight-laced cop who's forced to put up with Axel's antics, he's a great new addition to the series. And I like the fact that they went with Joseph to play Bobby and not somebody like Chris Pratt or any of the Hemsworths. You know, faces we always see join in these big franchises. Because Joseph Gordon-Levitt doesn't get enough credit as an actor, and playing opposite Eddie Murphy, he too was hilarious and a badass in this. Kevin Bacon serves as the main villain of the movie, Kate Grant, and it's just another one of Kevin's sleazy and crooked portrayals. Nothing original, but for a movie like Axel F, it was cool to see. As for Taylor Page, I'm not familiar with all that she's been in, but I thought she did a good job playing Jane. But of course, it can't be Beverly Hills Cop without Rosewood and Taggart, and I'm so happy to see Judge Reinhold and John Ashton back for this one, especially John Ashton. Not that I didn't mind Hector Elizondo's Flint filling in for Taggart in Beverly Hills Cop 3, but Taggart's been a part of the series since the beginning, so to see Axel alongside him and Rosewood again, it was just like old times. So if you grew up with the first two movies, you are going to get hit with serious nostalgia when you see them all back together. Now, my thoughts so far may have been pretty positive, but there's one thing about Axel F that really pisses me off, and that it is a Netflix exclusive. Why does everything have to be on streaming platforms? Not everybody uses them, and I think it's a sin that this movie can only be watched on Netflix. It should be experienced by everybody, not just people with subscriptions. Also, what the fuck is Axel F doing premiering only on Netflix anyway? I know Eddie Murphy's movies over the past few years have been premiering on streaming platforms, but come on! If the first three Beverly Hills Cops got theatrical releases, this one should have also, or at the very least get a Netflix release and a limited run in theaters. Because I'm going to tell you something, there were quite a few moments I would have killed to have seen on the big screen, preferably in IMAX. Instead, I was reduced to having to watch the movie on my computer and with headphones. Yeah, that's how I watch Netflix, okay? It's not exactly the greatest. Other than that, there's nothing else I thought was terrible. The movie had a nice blend of action and comedy, the cinematography was great, the stunt choreography and driving was great, Mark Malloy serving as the director, who by the way has made his feature directorial debut with this one, I thought did a phenomenal job. It has another killer soundtrack with classic hits like Neutron Dance and Shakedown being heard again. And overall, if you didn't know there was going to be a Beverly Hills Cop 4 either, it is an absolute treat. It just sucks though you need Netflix in order to see it. So if I had to rate this one out of 10, I'm going to give it my highest score yet. I give it a 9. And that concludes my review. Let me know if you're planning on watching Axel F. I'm not sure how long movies last on Netflix, so you should check it out before the end of the month, I guess. If you already saw it, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And for those of you who are getting ready to watch the movie, I hope you enjoy it. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, have a look at these. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're digging my content. Every bit of support helps. Well, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.